Hey everyone! In today's video, I want to show you how you can simplify your image editing workflow, be more time efficient while editing photos, while still getting professional looking results with Luminar AI. So today's video is sponsored by Luminar AI, and I'm so excited to show you guys what this software is capable of. I have a few different styles of pictures, such as portraits, I have group shots, some landscape photography, and also a couple of personal travel photos as well. And I want to show you with how a few simple clicks you can get beautiful, professional looking photos that are ready to post online or to share with your clients. So jumping straight into it, this is the Luminar AI Catalog, where you have a catalog of all the photos that you've imported. So by far the quickest and easiest way that you can edit photos in Luminar AI is by using templates. So I'm going to select this photo right here, which is a close-up portrait, and select templates. And here to the right hand side, you can find all of the templates that come with Luminar AI that you can use to edit your photos with. So depending what kind of photo you have up on the screen, Luminar will make some suggestions for you. So this is obviously a close-up portrait, and the main suggestions up here are all portrait-based presets. So just to show you guys a couple of different examples, if I go back to my catalog, I have a street photo that I took in New York. So I'm going to select that and hit on templates. And now Luminar AI will give me different template suggestions to suit the image that I'm working on. If we go back to catalog, and instead I'm going to click on this landscape photo that I took in Yosemite and go back to templates, the suggestions of templates will change now to landscape, scenery, nature to suit what the photo is that you have open. Going back to our original portrait image, my two favorite templates are High Key for a natural edit with skin enhancing, and also Burned Film for a creative effect. You can also adjust the opacity of any template you choose to make it more subtle or to make it blend in more into your image. So you can either just apply a template and hit export if you're happy with what it looks like, but if you feel like you want more control over your photos and your editing, you can head over into our edit panel, where we've got all the controls and sliders that we know and are used to when it comes to image editing, but also so much more as well. So heading back into our catalog, I'm going to select this photo next and head straight into edit, so we're not going to apply any templates to this photo in particular. The first thing that I like to do when I'm editing a photo is my cropping. So here we have Composition AI, where you can manually crop your image if you like. But here we can use the Composition AI button, where Luminar AI will automatically analyze your photo and pick a composition that thinks it's best for your image. So here it's done a really cool job in cropping my photo. I love that it's made the portrait a lot tighter, so you've got more emphasis on our subject's face. I think I do like seeing a little bit of the outfit, so I'm just going to drag it here to the left and press OK to apply the crop. The next tool that we have is the erase tool, and you can use this to remove certain aspects of your photo. So when it comes to portraits, sometimes I find it really helpful to use this tool to remove scarring or blemishes or stray hairs that might be flying around in the background or coming across someone's face. In this image in particular, I want to use the erase tool to remove her tattoo. So even though I like the tattoo, I do want to show you guys how this tool works. So I'm just going to brush over it here and select erase, and then Luminar AI will analyze the photo, and there we go. It's completely gone, and it's done a really good job of getting rid of it as well. One of my favorite tools that I've been having so much fun using is the Enhance AI. So using it on this photo here, we're going to bring up the Accent AI slider. And as you can see, this is going to start balancing out the exposure and the color of our photo. I do have another photo that I've taken that I really want to show you with the Enhance AI, because on this photo, it just really blew my mind how this Accent AI slider works. So here's a photo that Dan took of me while we were in Yosemite. As you can see, it was during blue hour, and the photo is very underexposed because we wanted to retain as much detail and light in the sky as possible, as there were some very beautiful colors happening right after sunset. So usually we would go to light, and you could use your exposure control to bring out the details in the foreground. But as you can see, when we do that, the sky is now totally overexposed and you lose all those beautiful natural colors that we had. Instead, you could use your shadow slider, and that will specifically bring out detail in the foreground of our photo while still retaining the sky. But again, as you can see, the photo does look quite flat and dull and just doesn't look that appealing overall. So instead of doing that and having to move a lot of different sliders to get your photo looking balanced, you can use the Enhance AI and bring out the Accent AI slider. As I bring it up, you can see that we are retaining all that detail in the sky, and the shadows from the foreground are being lifted, but still retaining some nice contrast and color and not looking dull overall. But yeah, this is such an impressive tool. I love, love, love the Accent AI so much. So here's a little before and after. Coming back to our portrait now, the next thing I want to check out is the tools we have in Creative. So one of my favorite things here is using the Mood tool, and here you can choose a LUT. There are so many that already come with Luminar AI, and you can also load some of your externally downloaded LUTs as well. So for me, I really like what Manhattan looks like. It's got a little bit of a moody feel, so I'm going to select that. Since we are editing a portrait, I think the most important thing that I want to show you guys is the portrait AI tools that we have available. So the first thing I want to do is go into Face. So Face Light is really cool as it will brighten up faces in a photo. I've got this wedding photo open here. What I love so much is that it doesn't matter how many faces there are in a photo, the Face AI tool will apply the face light and all these tools to every single face in an image. So if I bring up the face light, I'm gonna exaggerate it just a little bit so you guys can see and show you the before and after. It's lit up every single person's face, which is so handy and so time efficient when you're editing photos like this, especially something like a wedding, maybe some family photos or travel photos. You can also, can't really see their eyes, but you can do some dark circle removals, and again, it'll apply it to everyone. And you can also do teeth whitening, for example, and as you slide it up, it will whiten every single person's teeth. So going back to our portrait again, I'm gonna zoom in to 100% so we can see everything while we're doing the eyes. So with the Face AI, you can do a lot of things to adjust what someone's eyes look like in a photo. You can change the iris flare, which is going to bring some light into our eyes. And I really, really love what this looks like. So I've been really bringing that up quite high while I'm using this tool. You can also enlarge someone's eyes. So you can give them big googly eyes if you like. You can also apply eye whitening. So I might bring that up just a little bit, not too much. You can also use the eye enhancer, which will bring out all the details in someone's iris, which I think looks so beautiful and makes the eyes just look so striking in a portrait. So I'm gonna bring that down just about here. You can do red eye removal, but we don't have red eyes here. You can also improve the dark circles under someone's eye as well. And we also have an improve eyebrows slider as well, which will darken eyebrows in a photo. And I think it's really cool that each of these sliders detects where that particular facial feature is on someone's face. So you don't have to be using any masking tools. You don't have to use a brush tool. Literally just use a slider and it only affects that area of the face. In Face AI, you also have some mouth options. So you have a slider to choose the saturation of the lips, a saturation of how red the lips appear as well, and how dark the lips appear. So I think I like the redness down, I like the pink lips, but I do like dark lips, and saturated lips I think looks really nice in a portrait. And again, you also have the teeth whitening slider. So I'll show you guys a before and after. So here you can see what the before looks like of the eye on the left, and here you can see what the after looks like of the eye on the right. Next up, we have the Skin AI. So this is where you can save so much time, where you don't have to go and retouch manually like the traditional way that takes hours and hours. Here with Luminar AI, you've got a slider that's going to adjust the amount of skin retouching that's applied to a photo. So we can use the amount slider to bring up the skin softening. Obviously, you can go all the way up to 100, which is some very exaggerated results, but here you can see how it's affecting our portrait. I do like that with this Skin AI, you still have some skin texture, even with the amount set all the way up to 100. So what I would personally do is just kind of bring it down somewhere in the middle here. And for me, I feel like that's enough skin smoothing. And again, you can still see all that nice texture. So I do love a natural looking retouch to my portraits. We also have a shine removal tool as well. So as you can see, we do have a little bit of shine here on the nose. So if I bring up that slider, it's just going to dull down any of those very bright spots on someone's face. And then we do also have a skin defects removal AI tool where you can tick it and it will automatically analyze the image and get rid of any blemishes or marks on someone's face. If there are any marks that weren't picked up by the skin defects removal button, you can use the erase function that we were using earlier in the video just to get rid of any other specific spots that you wanted to adjust in a photo. And then just the final thing that I want to do to this photo is actually warm it up a little bit. I'm just going to go back into Essentials, select light, and just bring up the temperature very slightly to warm up our portrait. So I'll show you guys a final before and after of our image here. So here we have the before and here we have the after. And as you can see, it looks like a polished off, finalized image, and you guys edited this with me. We really didn't do a lot. We didn't have to do any individual brushing or anything like that to get the photo looking like this. Was a very simple process of just moving around a few sliders to get to this final point in our workflow. So again, here's the before and here's the after. So I'm really happy with how our final image has turned out. I think it looks really beautiful. And as you guys saw in my catalog, I have a few other photos from this photo shoot. So usually when I'm editing an entire photo shoot, I like all my photos to be edited in the same way. So it's got a concise style throughout the entire photo shoot that we've done. You can right click on the image you've edited, head to adjustments, and you can copy your adjustments. And then you can select a few other photos from that photo shoot, such as these, this one, and then right click on those adjustments and press paste. And it will sync all your edits that you've done to that original photo to the rest of the images in that photo shoot. So here is a before and here is the after. So as you can see, it's applied all the adjustments that we've made to our other photo, including the skin AI, the face AI, brightening up the eyes. So that is all I have for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my workflow in Luminar AI and seeing just how much time you can save when it comes to editing portraits or landscapes or travel pictures. I would love to know if you guys have used Luminar before. Let me know in the comments, and also which one was your favorite feature from Luminar AI today. For me, it has to be the face AI and just how it works so well in group shots. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I make new videos every single week, so I'll see you all next time. Bye.